morning. It's dark. It's about 4:30 and I am in Antigua, Guatemala. And I'm working my way to the edge of the town where I'm going to climb to Cerro de Cruz. Ooh, try not to spill my coffee while I'm doing it. But that's where I started my video last year when I was here in Antigua for Holy Week. And it just so happens today is Passover and Holy Week is gonna kick off again. And that's just a side activity. I'm actually here with my 17-year-old son Donovan, and we're going to climb Volcano, which is a dormant volcano directly next to Volcán del Fuego, which is active. And we're gonna spend the night up there, and supposedly we're just gonna watch lava shoot into the sky all evening long. But first, let's get up and take a view of Antigua as the sun rises. I've made it to the trailhead here, and it's dark. I forgot a headlamp, and I can hear people on the trail kind of yelling and whistling. I feel like Guatemala is an extremely safe country. Just heading out into the woods in the dark. Little nerve-wracking, but I think I'm gonna go for it. It must be a somewhat intimidating figure in the dark. I should be fine. Let's go. All right, I made it to the top. Yeah, it's a lot quicker than I thought. There's one dude up here smoking weed, listening to rap music. He's got two puppies that attacked me. I guess that's what the whistling was, whistling for his puppies. The sun is up and you get a great view of the city. They have these nice little maps here, photo maps, and yeah, you can see Volcán Agua overlooking the city in a little bit of haze, but very impressive. Unfortunately, Del Fuego and Acatanago over there, completely covered in clouds, which I was hoping to get a glimpse of since we will be climbing them tomorrow. But the city's waking up. You hear birds, you hear cars coming out, you hear roosters, you hear dogs barking. You can hear voices coming from the city, but can't make out what anyone's saying. And we're gonna head down there and check some things out. Being Passover, the beginning of Holy Week, Semana Santa, they should be constructing the carpets. And the carpets are flowers and pine needles, leaves, just about anything you can think of. And they use them to decorate the streets. And then this afternoon, they're gonna have the religious processions where people are going to be carrying floats throughout the entire city. There's going to be marching bands, there's going to be people swinging incense. It's quite a spectacle, and they're going to go right over the carpets. And yeah, it's just an act of faith, act of love. And so I'm going to go wake Donovan up, get some breakfast, and start our day here in Antigua. Almost 9 a.m. and we're in the main square. Donovan is awake and the crowd's already building, and they're starting to build some carpets. People are gathering on the streets, on the side of the streets, getting their spot for the processions, which won't start for a few hours, but people want a front row seat. Our mission is breakfast.
breakfast is eaten. Delicious. Steak and eggs in a nice little place, and yeah, it's a big breakfast, but we're climbing a volcano tomorrow. That's how we justify it. So let's head on back in the street and see how things are going out here. It's okay. Here we might have what is probably the largest carpet I've ever seen. It's taking up the entire block here. So we have our first procession starting. It's hard to get up close, but luckily we're tall. There's some guys that their job is to go and lift the wires so that the floats can fit underneath. We have a float going by, and this one has the big man himself.
Le damos, joven, le damos la fruta, sandía, papaya, piña, mango, ensaladita, mango verde maduro.
Here we have a carpet that's finished, just waiting to be walked across. And you can see it's pine needle, it's colored sawdust, it's different type of fronds outlining it, roses. Here we are on the main drag, and it's only 10 in the morning and it's very crowded, and it's just going to get more and more crowded as the day goes on. We'll work our way down and see the arch, the Santa Catalina. Debonair. Actually looks pretty cool. Yeah. We got Donovan a hat for 125 quetzals, which is about $15, I think. And here we are at the Arch Santa Catalina. All right, so they let us into where they keep all the floats and trailers, and it's very cool. We're gonna check it out till we get kicked out, I guess. Here you have it. We've hit the section where there's a ton of food carts. So we're gonna walk around and check some things out. Not exactly hungry yet. Hola.
Hola.
Me regala un pan, por favor. ¿Con qué tiene?
Con carne mixta, ¿está bien? Lleva chorizo, longaniza, lomo. A las 12 para regresar.
La Cathedral, which is my favorite cathedral here in Antigua. It was destroyed by an earthquake. And it's just very cool to see these old ruins of what you can tell was once just an amazing work of architecture built in 1545. Alright, so I'm not sure if this whole room was an oven or just this little arch section right here. It looks like it's still filled with ash. Behind me here is what likely would have been the altar. And if you look up at the dome ceiling, the intricacy of the stonework, it's really a pretty cool old cathedral. been hanging out back in our beautiful room here for a couple hours, and it's 2:30 now, and we're gonna head back out into the streets, and we're gonna get some more food. We're also gonna look for a supermarket. We want to bring some extra snacks. Food is included in our tour up the volcano, our guided tour, but we don't trust them. We like to eat a lot, so we're gonna go stock up on some extras. Search for a late lunch continues, but we stumbled onto this street, which they're still building the carpets. So there's going to be a parade down here eventually. In the end, we opted for a little taco place off of the side street. It's delicious. Now we're gonna head back towards the mix and see what's happening in the main square. That is by far the most delicious of all carpets. Alright, we've found a large grocery store. We're just looking for some extra snack supplies for our trip and anything else we might need. Okay, we're passing back through the main square where everyone is awaiting the grand finale procession of the day. It's going to come right through here and then right in front of that cathedral. We loaded up on our supplies. We got a can of Pringles, peanut butter, pita, granola bars, and some little Snicker chocolates. So if they fall short on meals, which I'm sure they will, we have some stuff to tide us over. I also got an anti-diarrhea, just with the idea that we're gonna do some preventive maintenance and just shut our system down while we're on the volcano.
Para atrás, señores. Para atrás, señores.